Hello everyone and welcome to the next part of my series on making a creature capture RPG in Construct 3. So today I'm gonna improve this dialogue system so that first of all we can have different NPCs in each of the layouts. So this layout is gonna have a different NPC. It's not going to be the same. Also, I'm going to make it so that the dialogue offer some choices. So let's just start a little to-do for today. And yeah, so make it so different layout equal different NPCs. Add choice system to NPCs. And I think we'll stick to that for now. So this is, I believe, episode 6. Let me just verify. But I believe, yeah, it is episode 6. Yeah. All right. So to make, in order to make different NPC appear on each of the different layouts, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to create a new file, and this is a new thing we're going to start to use. We're going to add a subfolder and we're going to create a file that's going to be called dialogues, a folder that's going to be called dialogues. And also I'm going to make another folder called development. And in development, I'll put my texts, call it notes actually. And in dialog, I'll create a new array. And this is a pretty cool feature that's available in the full premium version of Construct, which is quite powerful. And we're going to take a look at it today. And it's going to help us to structure these two mechanics, which are, I have different NPC for each layout, and I have a choice system which works with the dialog system. Alright, so basically in this new array that's been created, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to create an array that's going to be 10 width by 5 height, and I'm going to rename this first column layout name. And my two layout are overworld 1.1 and overworld 1.2. And then what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to basically just rename this NPC 1 plus ... like this. And these are going to be all the NPCs we're gonna create basically. And to create these NPCs, the way we're going to work, this I'm not sure it's gonna work very well, but we're gonna try it. Basically, I think the way I'm gonna do it is because there's no real way to store these, I believe. Or maybe I can try to store their UID, but I'm not quite sure how that's gonna turn out. I guess they're all going to be base NPCs, and we could create these here. So for example, if I check out this one here, it's just a base one, but I could create a new one and make a template out of it, and this template I could call it Annie, like that. And basically what I want is I'm gonna make 2 or 3 versions. So I'm gonna have Annie, I'm gonna have Bob, and I'm gonna have another one here that's called Rocky, just for the sake of it. I'm just wondering because it seems a bit like annoying to have to do the whole tree again. I would prefer it if we didn't have to do that. One other format we could use is called JSON, and that format is more open, basically, and we could, I believe the way you format it is so in our case, basically we have an array of different objects, and each object represents a layout. So we have layouts, and each layout is part of an array. Alright, and this array is made up of other JSON objects. So these are represented by this, and these JSON objects they will contain basically NPCs, an array of NPCs. This is an array of layouts, and so an array of NPCs. And these NPCs, they're just the same. They're all the same. They are they are a template name. Okay, they are template name, and they are coordinates, which is x, y, as such. So this is one NPC. Let's put it all in one line. Alright, so these are the NPCs that are part of the first layout. We also need layout name, like that, null, like that. So this is a text format you can use to structure data. It's quite useful. I think this is going to be more powerful. It's going to be more powerful than the array for this particular problem. So this is going to be the data, the NPCs, actually. Layout NPCs. Alright. So first of all, we're going to have overworld 1.1, and these are going to be tile coordinates. Okay. So we're going to use the tile coordinates to create these. So we're going to have one NPC that's going to appear in layout. This layout is going to appear we're going to take these numbers, and basically, sorry, that's my stuff. Let's just pull out the calculator. 624 divided by 32, so it's going to be like 19, and then 368 divided by 32, so yeah, 11, and then for overworld 1, 2, oops, sorry, that's not it. We're gonna have this one, we're gonna have this. Let's make another NPC. Let's put Rocky as well. He's gonna be on tile 4, and we're also gonna have another layout. That layout will be 1, 2, and it's gonna contain Bob at the position. Position will be right here, So that's gonna be, let's do some math. I'm not that good. Oops. 17 by 19. Alright, so let's do that. So that's the base NPC. Actually, let's make it so that the base NPC is 255, 255, and 255. So it's gonna be white, and we are also gonna say that there's a color, and that color is gonna be an array of 3. Can I do an array of 3 number? Is that allowed? Seems like it is. Alright, so Annie is gonna be red, Rocky's gonna be green, and Bob's gonna be blue. Something like this. So this is the layout NPCs. Now what we need is also a new object called Ajax. We need Ajax. Let's also take the time to bring browser, which is also quite useful. These are two very useful objects to build more advanced data structures and stuff like that, because Ajax allows you to load these files as part of your projects. So the way we're going to do it, we're going to do it in common. Is it? No, in overworld. We're going to say on start of layout, and we're going to say Ajax. We're going to say request project project files. Yeah, we're going to request layout NPCs and say these are the NPC layout NPCs. Okay, and then after that we're gonna say system wait for previous actions, and then basically this is gonna be loaded right after. So what we can do with this is we can also add a new object called JSON, and we can say JSON. This JSON, we are gonna rename it. We're gonna call it, these are the layout NPCs. Okay, and we're gonna load them, layout NPCs. We're gonna say parse, and we're gonna pick Ajax dot last data. And when you do this, if you go here in debug, you play your game. Okay, let's just run away. If you go in Ajax, you're gonna see that the last data is this big blob, which is, if you copy it and you bring it, for example, in Notepad. Oops. Yes, we can't copy it, okay. But anyway, this is it. And we can also have access to it in layout NPCs. So this here we can copy it, which is nice. So we can bring it in Notepad, and you're gonna see it's this, all this information. Okay, and what's nice is that it's possible to get through this information and access all the details, and there's an easy way we can do it. So basically this object now is a data structure that is this information. So then all we have to do once this is loaded, we go here. We're also gonna not spawn this. Okay, spawn NPC, and in spawn NPC we're gonna improve it. We're gonna say it also takes a name. Okay, it takes a name, and basically it spawns an NPC of that name. And then we won't spawn the hierarchy. And what I'll do instead is these two things I'll hierarchy remove. Okay. Actually, you know, we don't need multiple versions of this. Yeah, let it. We're gonna keep the hierarchy. We're gonna keep the hierarchy, and instead of using the name as a template name, we won't do that. What we'll do instead is on the NPC we'll add a new variable called name NPC, or character name, like this, and we'll set that name. So base NPC set set value of the NPC name. Sorry, we already have it. Base NPC set value NPC name to be name, like this. And then basically we can get the layout NPC, and we can say actually this is not how we do it. We're gonna have to do it in a different way. We're gonna say base NPC set color, and the color, well, to do this is gonna be quite tricky. It's gonna be layout NPCs and then I believe it's called get, and then we can put a path, and I believe the path is something like a string. And so what we have to do, for example, is we're gonna get the layout name okay, so let's bring this down there because it's gonna be a bit tricky, and the mental weight of it is gonna be annoying. Let's put this here. It's been a while since I've done that as well. So the path is layout dot, and then we're getting which layout? We're getting and okay, that's not how we're gonna do it. It's gonna be at the start here that we're gonna inspect the content. So we're gonna say, we're gonna have something that says can I recover something? Let's try something. Layout count -1, and I want to say set value layout count, and I'm going to use this layout NPCs dot get, and then I'm going to get layouts array size. There we go. Array size of layouts. Like this. Alright. So we're gonna get that, and we're gonna say this is gonna be an int because it's gonna be a number, I believe. So let's just check it out if it's able to see it for us. Let's make this global, or let's just make it static. It's gonna make it so that we can see it. Layout count is 2, so that's good. So we can recover it. So then once the layout count is recovered, we're gonna do a loop. So we're gonna loop for each layout. So from 0 to layout count -1. We're gonna loop through all the layouts, and we're gonna check if the layout name and is our current layout. So for doing that, compare two values, and we're gonna compare layout NPCs. Remember, this is the thing we got from Ajax. We're gonna get layout NPCs get, and then the path is the layouts. Okay, And then after that we have to use this thing, which is how to do a concatenation of two strings, and then we're gonna pick the loop index I. That's the current loop. We do the concatenation again, dot, and then after that it's layout name, right? And this is gonna get us the current this is gonna get us basically the layout. So how we can do it, we can do a next layout name, do a string, put it at null, and do set value next layout name to this long string. And then we can compare next layout name if it's equal to layout name, which is the current layout name. This here we call it the layout count for NPCs. So if we do find the current layout, basically, what we'll do next is we'll have a variable here called NPCs count for layout. And this time we'll get the size, and the size will be, let's take the path that we had before, which was actually we can't. Let's take this path. Next layout NPCs, and this is going to be a string. We're gonna get NPCs like this. So then it's gonna be here that we do next layout NPCs, and we check the size of this array, essentially. Once the size of the array is recovered, we're going to do another loop. This time it's going to be a J loop, and we're going to basically check out the NPCs count for layout -1, and this allows us to loop through all the different NPCs that are listed there. This is going to be actually something wrong here. This is the name. Character name. So basically what I'm going to be doing is for each NPC, so I'm going to loop through, I'm going to spawn an NPC. To spawn an NPC I need the next NPC name, I need the next NPC spawn tile X and Y. Okay, and basically I'm going to recover all these values and then feed them. So the next NPC name, the next NPC spawn tile X, and the next NPC spawn tile Y are all going to be sent to this spawn NPC function. So I need to recover these values. So set value of the next NPC name, that's going to be coming from, okay, so how it's going to work is it's going to be like this, but then here we're going to continue with the at loop index J, okay, and then dot, and then finally it's going to be the character name value. So that's going to be for the NPC name, for tile X, tile Y, okay, and we're also going to do a next NPC color like this. So that's going to be here next NPC color. I wonder if there's a way to like split these up. Let's try something. I just want to see something. If I can write if I take next NPC color, can I split JSON? There's something. It's not mid. I remember there's one. There's token at. For sure there's token at. But I'm not sure about the structure of the color text. We're gonna have to check that out. In fact, all of these I'm gonna make all of them static for now. It's gonna make it easier to debug. Alright, so like this, spawn NPC, and spawn NPC will create multiplied. We don't have the tile size. Okay. Let's do it. Let's add a global tile size 32. Make it constant. Starting to take too much space. Where is, okay, there it is. So this is going to be tile X and tile Y multiplied by tile size, like this. Alright, so we're gonna have this function called spawn layout NPCs, like this, which is gonna do all of that, and then all of that as well. And it's gonna be called right here, spawn layout NPCs. Fine. Alright. Alright. So it's supposed to spawn the NPCs, but I'm not sure if it's gonna work really. Let's just look at how it was done before. I think technically all the previous code has been disabled. I don't think this function is being used anywhere else. So yeah, there's only here. And something else we could do to visualize our change would be in the object we could add another text, make a template called NPC name, NPC name. Put this center, and I'm gonna make it a 9 size and change the font to something else. Gonna make this quite small, and I'm gonna connect it. Alright. In the hierarchy. Like that. I'm also going to change the origin like this. Going to change the transform values and the basic text, and I'm gonna change the color as well, like this. Alright, so this text, which is NPC name, I'm going to set it to in spawn NPC. I'm gonna set it, so I'm gonna say base NPC, pick child, and I'm gonna pick its text child, and also I'm gonna say, does the text compare, sorry, I'm gonna say system compare two variables, the two values, text template name is NPC name, like this. And if that's the case, I'm gonna say text set text to be name, or even better, to be base NPC dot NPC name. So now let's try it. Alright, so it doesn't seem like it worked at all. I don't think. Let's look. Alright, so there's quite a few problems. First of all, let's just go back to base NPC. So there's quite a few problems. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to use because this is going to be a bit tricky to get working right away. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using a little bit of logging. So in this here, I'm going to say browse, I'm going to say log and use a warning log, and I'm going to say layout NPC get, and I'm going to get everything like this. And then here I'm going to print all these values, layout count, next layout name, next layout NPCs, layout count for NPCs, and next NPC name, next NPC spawn tile X, next NPC spawn tile Y, and next NPC color. Alright, so this browser thing, what it does is it gives you, when you press F12, it's going to give you this log here. Okay, so this log will give you some information, essentially. So we got some information. Let's check it out. Oops. So we got 0 to this. Alright, let's print some better logs actually, because these logs suck. We could make a function to log eventually. Like we could make a function called util string builder one int string builder util data string builder. let's make a function like that, and add a parameter called prefix, suffix, sorry, two. This is gonna be string, it's gonna be string, and it's gonna be data, like that. They're all gonna be null. And this function is also gonna return a string. Okay, so it's gonna say basically return a value, and the value it will return is prefix, and then it's going to basically be followed with data and with suffix, like that. Okay, so this is going to be a small utilitarian function. I'm going to put it in the common, and we can just use that. So instead of just saying layout count for NPCs, we're going to say function util data string builder, and we're going to say layout count for NPC generation is, okay, and then I'm going to have the data layout count for NPC, and then an empty thing like that. Doesn't take number. Oh yeah, so we need to stringify, or even better, well, let's just stringify for now. Actually, let's just do the right way. So we're gonna do this one, which is gonna be data, and this one is gonna be number string builder, and it's gonna take a number. Alright, let's just add a number like that. We're gonna say stringify this number like this. So what we have essentially is two functions, and this one can just take our number right away, which is more convenient. Then this one will be this one will just yeah, warn like this, and then it's also gonna give us the NPC count. So instead of get, that's actually, it's supposed to be array size. So that's gonna be one of the reasons why we don't have the right version. So it's gonna say NPC count is NPC, sorry, next layout NPC. Let's just copy this because it's correct, and we just need to change this so that we're gonna do next layout NPCs 2. Okay, and then we're gonna say something like this. All right. We don't find all reference. So we can int out of that. Okay, there's a problem here. That's gonna be NPCs count for layout needs to be set there. Wait, did I do a mistake? So get the name. This is, yeah, okay. I'm making something stupid right now. Alright, I'm not supposed to get. Alright. Supposed to get. And it's supposed to print with data and say NPC array and NPCs as JSON array, and then print their value. Okay. And then if we move on, basically, then we get the NPCs count, and we're gonna say function, and we're gonna say NPCs count for layout. We're gonna say NPC count is like this. Then we loop through, and we're gonna get dot NPCs. There's a dot here that's missing, so there's another dot here missing, and another dot here missing, and here as well. Alright, and then we can get more of these. We can say next NPC spawn tile x coordinate is, and then we can say next NPC spawn tile x, like that. And we can do the same kind of message for the y-axis and print the y. Oops. Print the y coordinate. All right. Also, we can print the name, so we can say, let's do normal data. We can say next NPC is, and then next NPC. Oops. Next NPC name, like this. All right, we're getting there. And finally, we can print the color, and we can say next NPC color data, and print its color data, like this. Alright, so now we have better logs, and also I fixed a bunch of issues, I believe, so let's just try it. Alright, it seems like it's working now, which is good. So we get 0, I don't remember what this is. Layout count for NPC generation is 2. Then we get the first layout, and then we get an array. Okay, so this actually just gives us 0 there, which is odd. So it's not a string. It's not a string. So maybe I can, maybe I know what to do. Okay. Then NPC count is -1, because this either failed. There's a reason why this failed. Let's check it out. So we're supposed to get the NPCs. So we're getting layouts, and then the loop. And then the NPCs. Okay, let's try something. Let's create another object called type JSON, and let's call it a JSON RGB. Okay, JSON RGB, and we're gonna say actually let's just say layout rename this one layout NPC data. Layout NPC data. We're gonna layout NPC data. We're gonna get that. This is the one printing a 0, and then basically we're gonna have layout NPC data. We're gonna have a layout NPCs like this. And so what we're gonna do is try to see if we can kind of subload, because I believe that's the issue. We say layout NPC. We're gonna say parse, okay, and we need to parse this value there, like that, and then we can use layout NPCs and to compact string. There we go. Let's try something like that. Okay. And now let's see what we get here. All right. So we're getting an error. Wondering did I do a typo? Alright, let's go back a bit. Alright, let's delete everything and rename, keep this renamed, who cares, and then I want to see, can I do something to compact string? Maybe there's something else I need to do. Instead of doing get as, oh, there it is, get as compact string. That's what I need. Okay, so we got it. Excellent. Okay, so we got it. So then we can get the count. So the count is going to be this thing. Unfortunately, I have to put it back again. Yeah, we have two character now, which is great. And we're parsing everything. You can see we're parsing everything now, which is great. So we just need to fix a few things. There's the color, so it's going to be get as compact string like this for now. And I believe we can parse them now as from string. All right, so it's starting to work. So you can see now that when we create Rocky right here, oops, sorry, we create Rocky, and then this here is Annie. Okay, and then if I go up here, we're gonna have Bob, and actually they're still there. Let's check out why that's the case. Actually, let's just investigate if Bob is already there. Oh yeah, it's already there. Okay, so why is that the case? Well, this should only happen if this is true there. And also we can all remove all the static now. I don't believe we'll need that. All right, and that's oops, that's great. Let's save. So now we have Rocky and Annie, and if we go here, we have Bob, and the other aren't spawning. So you can see that what I've done is essentially build a very scalable system out of JSON, which is like a lookup system, and it allows us to basically create whatever is listed on the levels. So this is really powerful, and we're going to explore this technique and other kinds of very advanced techniques as we build this project. So I hope you learned a lot. This was quite complex, even for me. So this is just a function spawns NPCs based on information from the layout NPC NPCs JSON data like that, and we'll call that layout NPCs like this. Also, I can now probably just finalize this episode by trying the last thing. I'm gonna make a JSON RGB object, and basically what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna have this function spawn NPC, which takes a color JSON color JSON RGB, which is null by default. And I'm gonna basically verify that it's not null. So if it's not null, I'm gonna say JSON RGB parse the string like this, and then I'm gonna have R, G, and B as 3 values, local values, and I'm gonna say system set value R, and R is going to be JSON RGB dot get, and then remember that I don't remember how this is structured actually, so it's color. So what we're gonna have is this array, so we just need a number, I believe. So we're gonna get 0, 1, and 2 like this, and then I'm gonna say the base NPC set color, and I'm gonna say that we set the color RGB X255 RGNB, like this. All right, let's save that. And as we create the NPC, we're gonna pass the next NPC color as such. And now I have a green, I have a red, and I have a blue NPC box. But we can use these kinds of features to pass in images or other kinds of stuff. It's really infinite because everything in this engine is a string or a number, so it's pretty simple. It just gets really wacky at some points, but it's doable. So today we created this pretty cool function which basically uses this JSON data. So we did that, make it so different layout equal different NPCs, and that's gonna be it, I guess. In episode 7 we're gonna add a choice system to the NPCs, and we're also gonna customize the data trees for NPCs, so that not only are different NPCs being created, but they all have different dialog trees. So we can use other kinds of techniques to achieve something like this. So thank you for watching the episode, and I hope you appreciate it, and thanks for watching again. Bye bye.